Welcome back. Since the pandemic, many companies are embracing the work-from-home culture and hybrid work schedules, but some are pushing for employees to come back to their offices, like the parent company of WebMD that put out a video with a very clear message to its staff. It got a lot of hiccup on social media. So the clip, we're going to share it with you. It was posted by Los Angeles Magazine.
We aren't asking or negotiating at this point. We're informing of how we need to work together going forward.
We're informing.
I wonder how that went over.
But the video also appears to show empty offices, people dancing right there. In a statement to Business Insider, the company behind the video, Internet Brands, said, quote, "The tone of the video was an intentional decision to keep the topic light and somewhat ironic." So people are having fun with this, but it is a serious topic that affects a lot of people. And Emily Peck is joining us now to talk more about the return to office. She is a markets correspondent at Axios. Emily, good morning to you. A lot of happy people there. I think, were they happy because they got to stay at home?
I couldn't figure it out. What was the message that they were sending us with their happy feet?
It's really unclear. It's quite cringy, I think. It's making me laugh here at home where I am.
Right. I mean, it's something that people are talking about, because where do things stand right now in the push to get people back in person? There was all this conversation about how everyone could work from home forever.
Right. Well, the return to office wars are pretty much over. I mean, videos like the one you just showed are kind of the exception. They get a lot of attention, but quietly, most CEOs have kind of given up on a world in which people come in 5 days a week. The norm right now is more hybrid arrangements where you go in, maybe you go in 3 days a week, maybe 2 days a week, something like that. But the world where we all go in Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, those days are gone.
Yeah, maybe you go in and have a dance party. That's what they were trying to maybe sell to people.
You don't have to way in for a dance party.
Yeah, just come for the dance party. Then stay for the work. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cough, in case you can't tell. Why are some companies focused on maintaining hybrid work? Because I guess they've decided that this hybrid work schedule is what employees basically want. And so you say kind of the fight is over. What are the implications then of for people not returning to the office full time at all? I mean, that's a conversation we've had before, whether or not if you're not present, that's going to have an impact on your career.
Right. I think there's a difference between if you're never present at the office, you know, and you're fully remote, versus if you're a hybrid presence in the office. You're there sometimes, you're still getting that FaceTime, your management still sees you. I think that's more typical right now, and the penalties there are lower. It's the fully remote workers who are in sort of a more still precarious position. You know, really depends on the organization you work for and how the whole place is structured. If everyone else is coming in and you're one of the few that aren't, that could be a problem. But overall, if your organization is hybrid and you're home a lot of the time, but you also come in, that's fine. And companies now are figuring out how to adjust to that world, you know, how to structure meetings and in-office time so it's actually productive and people want to come in when it's time, you know, maybe not for dance parties.
No, I mean, listen, I love working in my sweats from home when I can, but there's also something to be said about those organic conversations that pop up when you run into someone. I want to ask you, though, we hear often about the death of downtown. So how much is hybrid work to blame here for the commercial real estate market's struggles?
Oh, yeah. So the office market has been really struggling. I wrote last week, office vacancy rates, the share of offices that are just sitting empty are at record highs. We haven't seen levels like this since the 1980s. So there's a lot of restructuring and rejiggering going on. You'll hear about a lot of office conversions going from, you know, offices being converted to residential housing. And as far as how is that going to affect downtowns, it's going to vary depending on locations. I think cities are looking at, you know, diversifying. You're not going to see anymore a downtown that's just offices, offices, offices. It's going to have to be a more mixed use kind of situation. But it's all in transition right now. The effects of this, beyond allowing workers to be home in their pajamas, whatever, are really big for the economy overall. It's a real cultural and economic shift that we're going through right now.
Emily Peck, thank you so much. As a complete side note, I do the exact same thing with my bookshelf as well. Color coded. I love that look. Emily, thank you very much.